An astronaut stranded in space after their shuttle is destroyed, testing their will to survive. During the years 2014 and 2015, Dr. Ryan Stone, a biomedical engineer, serves as a mission specialist on the Space Shuttle mission STS-157. As a rookie astronaut, she finds herself engaged in a spacewalk to fix a panel on the Hubble Space Telescope. Accompanying her is seasoned astronaut Matt Kowalski, who leads his final mission as the commander. While they are in the midst of their task, Mission Control, represented by the voice of Ed Harris, unexpectedly orders them to abort the spacewalk and return to the shuttle. Houston informs them that debris resulting from a Russian missile attack on an inactive satellite has triggered a series of collisions, destroying other satellites. Consequently, a vast field of debris is approaching their location. Within a short span of time, they lose communication with Mission Control. The STS is struck by high-speed debris, causing it to spin uncontrollably, with Stone clinging to the end of the boom arm. One fragment of debris severs the robot arm from the STS, compelling Stone to release the tether connecting her to the arm. Once she is untethered, she is forcefully propelled far away from the STS. In a state of panic, Stone desperately tries to establish contact with Houston or Kowalski. Suddenly, Kowalski, equipped with a thruster pack, emerges and secures Stone's tether to himself. He propels them back towards the STS, encountering the injured engineer Sharif, played by Faldat Sharma, along the way. Sharif's helmet is shattered, and his skull is partially exposed and empty. They discover that the STS Explorer has sustained catastrophic damage. The interior of the shuttle has been torn apart by debris, and the rest of the crew has perished. Kowalski makes the decision to employ the thruster pack to reach the International Space Station, ISS, located approximately 100 kilometers (60 miles) away in orbit. Kowalski estimates that they have 90 minutes before the debris field completes another orbit and poses a renewed threat to their safety. Stone's oxygen depleting rapidly, they drift through the vastness of space toward the ISS. In a poignant moment, Kowalski inquires about Stone's life on Earth and learns the heart-wrenching news that her daughter tragically passed away in a schoolyard incident. As they draw near to the slightly damaged ISS, they observe that its crew has already evacuated using one of the Soyuz modules. Unfortunately, the other Soyuz module, specifically TMA-14M, has suffered an accidental parachute deployment, rendering it useless for their return to Earth. Kowalski proposes an alternative plan, utilizing the Soyuz to journey to Tiangong, the nearby Chinese space station, where they can acquire another module capable of bringing them back to Earth. On the brink of running out of air and maneuvering fuel for the thruster pack, they make a desperate attempt to grasp onto the ISS as it zooms past. However, their tether snaps, leaving Stone's leg entangled in the parachute lines of the Soyuz at the last possible moment. Holding on to Kowalski's tether, Stone manages to prevent him from drifting away into the emptiness of space. Realizing that their combined momentum will carry them both adrift, Kowalski, against Stone's protests, detaches his end of the tether, sacrificing himself to ensure Stone's survival. The tension in the lines propels Stone back towards the ISS, while Kowalski floats away. Before parting, Kowalski communicates crucial instructions to Stone via radio, guiding her on how to reach the Chinese space station and urging her to persevere in her mission to stay alive. Stone gains access to the ISS by passing through an airlock and removes her spacesuit. As she acquaints herself with the layout of the space station, an abrupt alarm startles her, indicating the presence of a fire. Rushing to the module where the fire is located, she endeavors to extinguish it. However, the force of the extinguisher momentarily overwhelms her, thrusting her backward into the bulkhead. She regains her composure, reigniting her efforts to suppress the flames and pressing onward towards the Soyuz spacecraft. With the fire rapidly approaching, she seals the hatch just in time, narrowly pulling in the fire extinguisher to block the closing hatch. Separating from the ISS, she soon discovers that the parachute lines of the Soyuz have become entangled in the station's rigging. To address the issue, she dons a Soviet spacesuit and ventures outside the spacecraft to release the entangled cables before the debris field completes its orbit. Clinging to the Soyuz, Stone witnesses the destruction of the ISS unfolding around her. Once freed from the parachute lines and back inside the spacecraft, she aligns it with Tiandong. However, upon attempting to activate the thrusters, she realizes that the fuel gauge is incorrect. The tanks are empty. The realization of being stranded dawns upon her, and she resigns herself to the belief that her fate is sealed. Just as she contemplates her impending demise, she receives a transmission from an Inuit fisherman named Eningak, voiced by Ordo Ignatiusson, on the ground, providing a fleeting connection. In a desperate act, she adjusts the oxygen flow to induce unconsciousness from oxygen deprivation, preparing for her inevitable death. As she begins to slip into unconsciousness, Kowalski suddenly materializes outside the spacecraft, opens the lock, and enters the cabin. Playfully, he presents her with a choice between life and death, urging her to utilize the Soyuz's landing rockets to reach Tiandong. As Stone fully regains consciousness, she realizes that Kowalski was a figment of her hallucinatory dream. She restores the oxygen flow and employs the landing thrusters to navigate her way towards Tiandong. Devoid of any fuel to decelerate or dock the Soyuz spacecraft with the Chinese station, Stone resorts to explosive decompression to propel herself out of the Soyuz. Utilizing the remaining pressure in the fire extinguisher, she ingeniously employs it as a makeshift thruster to propel herself towards the abandoned Tiandong space station. Navigating through the station's interior, she eventually reaches the Shenzhou capsule. However, the deteriorating orbit of the Tiangong station, resulting from the barrage of debris impacts, commences its disintegration at the upper reaches of the atmosphere. Despite her efforts, Stone finds herself unable to detach the capsule from the crumbling space station. Resigned to her uncertain fate, she accepts her circumstances and prepares to confront whatever destiny awaits her. As the space station begins its disintegration, the Shenzhou capsule is severed from the remaining spacecraft, thanks to Stone activating the separation mechanism. Plunging towards Earth, the capsule gradually corrects its orientation and descends through the atmosphere. The radio crackles with transmissions from Mission Control, diligently monitoring the capsule's trajectory and assuring Stone that rescue is en route. Promptly, the parachute deploys automatically, guiding the capsule's landing in a lake near the shoreline. Upon touching down, the cabin fills with smoke, and Stone blows open the hatch, causing the capsule to tilt and permit water to enter. To her dismay, she realizes that her presumed safety is short-lived as she struggles to exit the capsule. Subsequently, the capsule submerges to the depths of the lake with Stone trapped inside. However, she discovers a fortuitous air pocket within the capsule, enabling her to emerge and discard her spacesuit, facilitating her ascent to the water's surface. Swimming towards the shore, Stone perseveres through great effort, eventually managing to rise from the water and take a few unsteady steps on land. In the gripping conclusion of the movie, Dr. Ryan Stone's harrowing journey through the depths of space and her fight for survival reaches a critical juncture. Overcoming countless obstacles, she manages to navigate the treacherous challenges that stand in her way. From the catastrophic destruction of the space stations to the desperate moments within the sinking capsule, Stone's resilience and resourcefulness shine through. As she emerges from the depths of the lake, shedding her spacesuit and embracing the newfound freedom, Stone symbolizes the triumph of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. The physical and emotional toll she has endured is evident as she takes those shaky steps, a testament to her indomitable will and determination. Through her journey, the movie reflects on themes of resilience, the fragility of life, and the profound strength found within oneself during the darkest moments. Dr. Ryan Stone's incredible odyssey serves as a reminder of the boundless human capacity for survival, courage, and the unyielding pursuit of life against all odds. As the story draws to a close, the audience is left with a sense of awe and reverence for the vastness of space, as well as a renewed appreciation for the preciousness of life on Earth. The movie's conclusion lingers in the minds of viewers, leaving them with a profound reflection on the indelible human spirit and the unfathomable mysteries that lie beyond our planet.